Every home today use extension. A lot of people call it socket, but you know that this your socket, I mean that long socket, something like this, extension, something like this. All right, but you know that this your extension can make you shout, neighbor come and help you, neighbor come oh. It can cause fire. Let me explain why. Welcome back to MOTEX Electrical, where we teach and supply all kind of quality electrical material. Now let's talk about extension boxes. The main reason that your extension socket can cause fire is overload. So when you plug so many heavy appliances to one extension, it can cause overheating. All right, and that can result in fire or burning. Another reason is power quality extension. If you go and buy low quality extension, that low quality extension, they have a very weak cable inside, alright, which cannot withstand load, and that will cause overheating. So when you are buying your extension, buy a very good quality extension. All right, for example, this extension, there's one time I was trying to plug iron here. If you check, it was trying to burn the insulators. Check. Not as if this extension, this happening, not as if this extension is not quality extension. What happened is that the plug of the iron was very hot, so the extent that it burned the insulator of this extension. All right, so things like that can contribute in spoiling your extension or making your extension to catch fire. All right, so that's why it's advised that iron should be plugged on wall socket, and that wall socket should be around 13 amp socket, quality 13 amp socket. Another reason is that if this extension has weak cable inside, it will not be able to withstand high quality current. Alright, so now what I mean is that if you open this extension, you lose it here, the cable that is running, because this is the cable that is running from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, all these points to the final supply. If the cable is weak, alright, it cannot carry high quality current, so that will cause overheating, burning. That's why you experience some of the extension will work, some will not work. For instance, if wire cut from here, because they are doing parallel connection here, all right, so now if the wire cut from here, for instance, if the wire cut from this point, and this is where the supply come from, that means this side will not work. So that's why if the weak cable that is inside the extension cut from this point, this side will not work, because they are weak cable and they have cut off supply, and the supply only stop here. There's no supply in this area. All right, so now when you buy a quality extension, you will not be facing all these issues. Another one is that loose socket point can cause spark. Did you understand what it means? For instance, this blocking, if where the point they tie the wire or they connect the wire to this socket is not well tightened, when you want to plug it to the wall socket, it can spark. That's what they call loose connection. Or if the wall socket that you want to plug the extension is not well proper installed, it can cause spark because of the loose connection. So when you are doing installation, you make sure that your connection is well tightened, all right, to avoid spark. So electricity is very useful, but when you misuse it, it's very dangerous. So you need to be very careful using electricity, all right. So I believe you'll be able to understand why your extension can catch fire, that if you plug too many appliances, it can be overheat and it can also burn or cause fire. And if you use weak wire inside, or weak insulators, or weak cable, it can also burn or cut off current in some part of the plugging point, all right. And if there is a loose connection, it can also cause spark and cut off current, all right. So this is MOTEX electrical safety first and power always. Thank you for watching.